Hey, beautiful people. I'm so excited that you're here joining me today. We're just going to have a little chat in the kitchen today, mostly because I just got in and it's been on my mind and I thought, I'm just going to tell them this. I'm going to share this little story with them. I'm going to come clean, if you will. So, on whatever perfect day it is that you are tuning into this, hopefully, maybe this will be a blessing, or maybe you'll hear something and go, oh God, I need to send this to this person in my world because it would be a blessing. Because maybe sometimes we need to tell on ourselves more to each other, and then we would know like we are all the same, right? We are okay. Okay. So here's the deal. This is what I did. It was Friday, and I knew earlier in the week, I remembered that there was going to be like a movie night only for the girls at our church. It was like a girls' night out movie night. And our preacher's wife is the sweetest thing. And my sweet friend Wendy, it doesn't matter when I get to go to church when I'm in town, she makes me feel like $1,000,000,000 for being there. And I knew she was going to be there. And our campus is kind of small, so I knew that there might not be a lot of people there. And so earlier in the week, I'd had all those thoughts that this would be really a good thing for me to go to and be supportive, because I've been that girl. I've been the leader trying to get something started, and there's not a lot of people. And so, you're just like praying that people will come, but you're showing up no matter what anyway. But it's a lot of effort. You're doing all the things, and you're just hoping people will show up. Well, on Friday, though, my day did not go as planned. Anybody on the planet feel me on this? And I got my workout in, though, because y'all know how I feel about that. But then I just had plowed through the rest of my day. I had not even had a bubble bath to make myself presentable. And Dan the man got home, I don't know, 5:10, 5:15. And we were talking, just going, talking about our day. And he's like, babe, this is the night of that church thing for the girls. And I was like, oh, I knew I was forgetting something. I was like, well, look at me. It starts at 6. I'm in my workout clothes. I hadn't even had a bubble bath. And he's like, well, they said they're going to have pizza and popcorn, which I'm not a pizza girl on my best day. I'm just not a red sauce kind of girl. And so I was like, I don't even know. And so I reached out to my sister-in-law, because we go to the same church, and I was like, hey, are you going to go to that thing tonight? And she's like, oh, I hadn't even thought about that thing. She's like, God, I'm such a homebody. I go, I know, me too. And it's already dark, at this time of year, so I don't even want to go. And here's the deal, y'all. Dan the man, he loves to spend time with me. So if he's had to be gone all day, his norm would be, babe, stay home. Let's snuggle up on the couch. Let's watch a movie. Let's have a romantic dinner together. And he was all over this about me going. And I was like, babe, it's not like I'm going to make new true friends forever for life at this thing. We're going to watch a movie. It's like girls' night at the movies at the church. It's going to be dark. I'm not going to be talking to anybody. And he's like, I think you should go. I think you should take a break. I think you should just do it. You never do stuff like that. I think it would be so good. Y'all. So I was like, I boxed her back. It's like a little app, like a walkie-talkie. I was like, P. Danny's all over it. He's wanting me to go. And he's never like that. And as a matter of fact, I heard him, he was like, hey babe, I'm gonna start your bubble bath. And I was like, y'all, I was like, what in the world? Do y'all ever do this where you resist something? And maybe it was something you were even excited about before. Okay, I've done this in my business too, where I scheduled something or I committed to something, whether I was attending or I was speaking, and then you just have this oh, I don't want to go. Don't make me go. And it's not the same kind of something. Sometimes we have in our intuition almost a bad feeling, I'm not supposed to go or you're not supposed to go. But it's not like that. It's the other kind of bad feeling when you're just oh, I don't want to. What was I thinking when I said yes? It's that kind of resistance. It's a self-imposed resistance. And so I did have that thought. I was like, I wonder if this is one of those times where, like, I scheduled the appointment, I now don't want to go, and it ends up being the best appointment ever. I make the best new friends, all that stuff. And I was like, but that's not going to happen because, like, we're sitting in the dark. Y'all, I was giving myself. This is why they call it rational lies, because we ration out the lies that we, want to talk ourselves into. So I'm like, dang it. Okay, well, he's run the bubble bath. So you don't feel any pressure, but I'm going to go. This is what I said to my sister-in-law. I'm not even going to probably stay the whole time. I'm just going to make an appearance so everybody feels good. And then I probably won't stay very long. And she's like, okay, well, if you're going to go, I'll go too. And we'll do the same. And at least it was like wear your PJs and bring a blankie. So I was like, okay, I don't even have to get dressed up. And my mom and love had given us cute Christmas PJs several years ago. So I had PJs, like, applicable for public consumption, like cute flannel. So I was like, oh. So I messaged her back one last time. I was like, hey, while you're driving to the church, if you find my good attitude on the side of the road, would you please pick it up for me? Y'all, I was just not having it. Have you ever done that? And you're like, I have this great life. This is an awesome opportunity, but you're just like not in that mood. You're not in that place. And so, I go, I even let myself have they just had like junior sizes of popcorn and they had little candies. And so I put some peanut M&Ms in there even, and she did the same. And so we make our way in. I'd never even heard of this movie. It was a Priscilla Schreier, I think that's how you say her name, movie. And I've done lots of her Bible studies. She's also the one that did The War Room, if you ever watched that. It was called The Forge. I think that's what the Forge. So I'd never heard of it. I had no point of reference, So I'm like, okay, awesome. Okay, y'all. Turns out I got the biggest blessing for going, just from the multiple messages from the movie. It was not even about me making new friends or showing up for anybody else to show support. It was for me. Here I was spending all this energy resisting, and the blessing was for me. So I always teach my team, that our blessings come from what we say yes to. And I got to tell you, in hindsight, I was so grateful that in spite of myself, somehow, God and Danny got me there. Thanks to my sister-in-law, too, for being my partner in crime. So I didn't walk in alone, because my yes brought me so many blessings, which I totally can't even tell you because I don't want to ruin the movie for you. So as soon as y'all watch the movie, you have to put it in the community chat on YouTube, because then we can have a real conversation about all of the juicy goodness that came from that movie. So much richness. I can't even tell you how much I cried. I had no tissue. My sister-in-law had a couple pieces of toilet paper that she finally just ripped in half, and she was bawling, I was bawling. Oh my gosh, but it was the good kind of cry, where you're just receiving. So I don't even know why I feel led to share this with y'all, but it's the holidays. And of course it did bring up a couple of things that I'm honestly praying for and believing God for, and that are really tender to my heart, y'all, that, people that I love a lot, that mean the world to me. And maybe that's the case for you too. Or maybe you just need to know that there's other awesome people on the planet that also just lose their ever-loving mind sometime and start resisting the very thing that could bring them the blessing. I don't know why I felt like I was supposed to share this. But I pray that in some form or fashion, it will bless you. And I had saved this verse and written it on my YouTube list. And I don't even know, this has nothing to do with the movie or anything, y'all. But when my eyes fell on it, when I opened up, because I was like, Lord, I don't think this is it. You don't want me to share this with them. Maybe there's something else on my list of things that I've been thinking of, ideas, But this verse was at the very bottom, and nothing else was vibing with me. And I was like, I think he's telling me it's this. So this is the verse, y'all. So no matter where you are or what you may be giving resistance to or what you're believing God for the rest of 2024 and into, as we go into Thrive in 2025, it's Psalm 65:11. You, God, crown the year with a bountiful harvest. Even the hard pathways overflow with abundance. Even the hard pathways, even the things that we are in the messy middle of trusting God with, overflow with abundance as He crowns the year with a bountiful harvest. So even though I have no idea why I felt led to share this with y'all, I know that He knows. And He knows who's going to be watching this or who you're going to send it to. And if it's going to be like this week or if it's going to be 52 weeks from now or 1,052 weeks from now that you see this and stumble upon it. Just the reminder that our amazing, great, gracious God loves us so much that He is always looking for ways to show each one of us that He sees you and He loves you and He's got you on His mind. So I pray that whatever you want or need, you can receive from this today. And I just wanted to come on and be 100% authentic and let you know that even when I know it could be like this awesome, fun, amazing thing, there are days I'm just not feeling it. And thankfully, with the help of my spouse and my sister-in-love, and I'm sure the Holy Spirit Himself and all the angels assigned to Jules, they got me there. And I definitely received the blessings from saying yes to that event. So I pray that this week you see the things and can really sense and know in your knower what would be your best yes, and that you'll receive so many blessings from that as well. That's all I got. Thanks a million for tuning in. And as always, like, share, subscribe, do the things. Thanks a million for spending a minute with me. See you next time.